Man, just another beautiful day, man. Another beautiful day. You know, I've been talking about this getting married thing, and only thing I'm gonna say on this particular, front is that in 2 weeks, I hope I have something to add to the repertoire. You know what I mean? Something I can show you. I got something I want to show you, man. I'm gonna see how it turn out. Man. Give me 2 weeks. I think I can pull it off in about 2 weeks, man. And we're gonna see. It's something I started working on, man, and I want to show it to you, man. So, I'll hopefully be able to, post a video, man, in about 2 weeks and add to that repertoire, In the meantime, I've been doing a lot of, personal, reviews in life and trying to grow and add, to myself, you know what I mean? And one thing I've learned, man, it's about this thing of just when you think it's over, you know what I mean? Just when you at that point you think, man, what's next? What's the next move, how's things gonna turn out? I'm sometimes you feel like you're in nowheresville, you know what I mean? And you feel like, you can't get your footing back, can't get your grounding back, you know what I mean? And what I learned, man, is that, I talk about, being spiritually grounded. And to be honest with you, even that's been off track for me. And it's like, one thing I would say God has done for me is that he's constantly been showing me the door, showing me the way. You know what I mean? Been constantly showing me the way. It's like I'm going through a maze, you know what I mean? A dark tunnel. And he's constantly showing me the light, you know what I mean? Go this way. And man, it's just been, every time I think, man, it's over, man. It's over for the MILF. It's over for me personally. It's just over, you know what I'm saying? I might as well just get somewhere and sit down, man. You know what I mean? Even though I never internally ever feel that way, sometimes you can just feel that way overall. And, but he keep on coming, man. He keep on coming. And the thing about, man, God is funny like that, though. He'll wait, man, sometimes, just when you think, oh, man, ain't no coming back from this. He'll wait till the last minute to where you just really just ready just to throw in the towel, man. Then he come running through it. Hold up. You know what I mean? Hold up. Let me holler at you for a minute, player. Let me holler at you for a minute. He does. That's why I believe, I believe he got a sense of humor, man. I do, man. Because he'll come in at the last minute, man, and save the day. A hero at the same time, a laughing hero, But, man, on the real, though, it's taught me, man, that, you can't quit. You can never quit. You can never give in, can't never give up, you know what I mean? And it was kind of funny, man, for me, because I look back and I remember when I had took a break from the Nobody Show and I went to videos. And I remember how I was really, my spirit was broken, man. I was broken. I mean, that's me being honest. And it was first for me. I hadn't really experienced that before. And so I remember how, at times I would get emotional, you know what I mean? And that was, again, a first for me. These are all new territories for me. And, I couldn't even imagine seeing me like that today, But at that point, man, it was a new, everything. I've been experiencing a lot of firsts in my life, man. I have, and I've always had a specialty design. I specially design certain things to keep me from certain things, keep me from getting hurt. You know what I mean? Keep me from getting caught up. Keep me from a lot of things, man. And although it worked, I have to look at also too that, I was giving up some things, in the process. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud that I made those moves essentially because it did protect me, but sometimes, man, you can build a wall and actually putting a wall up and actually be boxing yourself in. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing about it, right? You don't even realize it. You could actually be boxing yourself in. as opposed to trying to keep something out. And, you know, that's kind of one of the lessons I learned, man, you know, and especially when you're someone, you know, that has to be free at all times, feel free, you know what I mean? Just have long wings, man, and just have to fly, you know? And if you ever get to a point that you feel like, you know, you're caged, you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot harder on you, you know what I mean? And it's going to be a lot more difficult to try to be able to, you know, do your thing, you know, fly, you know? I've been saying for the longest that this was the biggest challenge of my life. I've never been so far down in the ground forever in my life, you know what I mean? And even back in the days, man, when I was homeless, I always knew, man, I'm only one move away, you know? I'm only one this away, one that away. I'm still me. I never worried. I never once worried. And the thing is that, you know, but this here was something on a whole different level. I never experienced, you know, being pinned down to the ground and feeling like I couldn't get up, you know. I never felt that, experienced that before. So this was something totally new for me. And man, I didn't know what my future looked like. I didn't know what anything looked like, you know. I didn't know what tomorrow looked like, you know, literally. And it was like, man, what am I gonna do? You know, what am I gonna do? And here come God, man. He did what he do, you know what I mean? Piece by piece, every little dynamic of the things that I wanted to accomplish, but I was stalled, he was helping me change them out, switch them out. You know, I was making some hard decisions. And I made a lot of hard decisions in that process because I got to the point where, what difference did it make? What difference did it make? Things ain't going right for me anyway. What difference did it make? So I started, you know, switching out, you know, getting away from certain people. You know what I mean? And that's me being honest. Hard decisions, right? Hard decisions. I started getting away from, you know, situations, man, that had been holding me back for years, for many, many years. And I didn't know how to get out of it. And all of a sudden, when things crashed on me that hard, I had to make a lot of hard decisions. It was a lot easier to do because I had nothing to lose. And then all of a sudden, too, you know, switched out some of my, you know, material things and switched them out for better. And again, nothing to lose. And plus that, not to mention the fact, you know, I try to do things that's going to keep me motivated. And, you know, certain things has been unmotivating me. You know what I mean? Demotivating me, draining me, making, you know, I wasn't even inspired to go get in my car. You know what I mean? It was at that point. And I've always been inspired to get in the vehicle and hit the road, man, any given moment. But I wasn't even inspired, man. You know, I'd rather walk. So, you know? And so switched out a lot of things, man, changed a lot of things out, man. Just taught me, man, that, you know, he'll come through, man. He'll come through. Just when you think, you know, you can't do something, or you think you stalled, or you think, you know, there is no more, you know, options left. You know what I mean? And you think, you know, there's nothing else left for me. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do? But it's always something left, man. You just gotta keep going. And one thing I will say is that even in that period, I did not quit. I didn't stop believing. You know what I mean? Deep down inside, I'm going to be very honest. There were times I did give up. And them videos showed it too, right? Them videos showed. I remember one video I put up, man, and everybody was like, oh, man. I remember the reaction to that video. I can't forget it. I was kind of surprised because I was being honest, but I did not expect the reaction I got. And everybody's really bummed out, man. You know what I mean? Because here I am. I'm usually, man, popping. Let's get this thing crunk, you know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, man, the MILF, man, is on the verge of quitting. You know what I mean? So I never been in these places before in my life, man. It was something new for me, you know? And But I'm glad I hung in there, man. I'm glad I hung in there. I kept believing, you know. I just knew who I was, you know what I mean? Just like you do. Just like you do. You always know who you are, and that's why you don't quit, right? That's why you keep pushing forward. That's why you keep making things happen, right? And you know, it was something similar to that. You know, I had to, you know, keep realizing who I was, and that, you know, although it didn't look good, you know, as long as I kept me intact, sooner or later, believing, something had good had to happen. Just like I really feel this way. And this is real talk. I really believe in my heart, man, that something good is going to happen, you know, for us as a society. I really do believe that, man. And it might sound crazy, but I really believe, man, something good is about to happen for us, man. You know, I know we see all the bad things going on. That's why I say stay off that news, man. Give that news a break. But, you know, I know we see a lot of bad things going on, you know, all the time and stuff like that. And it's real. It's real life. It's real life. It's really happening. You know what I mean? It's not no fantasy. It's not a movie, you know. But the truth of the matter is, man, I just feel like, man, in my heart and soul, man, something good is going to happen to us, man, for us. Something good is going to happen for us, man. I really do believe that, man. And I just feel like, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, we have to be prepared for something good. You know, we're already expecting something bad. We could do that any day of the week. But what about being prepared for something good, you know? That's the same thing in our personal life. Being prepared for something good. I stay prepared, man. I stay prepared, man. And then the thing is, too, you know, just for me, speaking only for me, I try to, my mind is made up that, you know, as far as that big good thing, that's going to be God's thing. He's the one controlling that. But as far as the personal good things in our personal lives, you know, I have some say-so over that. So I'm not sitting around waiting. I'm making the good things happen, you know, and just having God's grace, you know what I mean? And his blessings on that, you know? And so I don't worry about how it's going to turn out. I don't worry about the outcome, none of that, man. The main thing is trying, first of all. That's number one, trying. Second of all, I put believing really at the top. Let me reverse that. I put believing and faith at the top. You know what I mean? But then not quitting, man, and just hey, putting in work in, man. Showing God how bad you want it, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a recipe, man, that is so underestimated. And that's showing God how bad you want it. I'm telling you, it's on some real, man. It's on some real, man. It really is, man. You know, and it's like, you know, you have to just keep on, man. On and on and on, and know that there is nothing that can stop you, man. There is nothing that can stop your success. Nothing that can stop, you know, you attaining, you know, reaching your goals. Nothing. Turn this phone off, man. You know, always something, right? Always something, man, trying to interrupt. But I'm going to tell you something, too. That right there is a sign to me. You know, when I see stuff like that happen, you know, all these uninterrupted, you know, all these crazy interruptions that come out of nowhere, be in some weird places, man, and the weirdest interruptions that would never be in the particular place I might be happen. These are all things, man, that's to let you know you're on to something. You're on to something great, man, and you have to stay your course. It's all signs, man, that you're on to something great. It's one test, right? Constantly getting tested to see if we're going to break. You know, see if we flinch. You know what I mean? See if we're willing to give in and give up at the moment's notice. And I've seen situations like that. You know, somebody might be on a green path. You see that, man? It's some kind of, I think it was a moth fly or something like that. But that will be on a great path, man. And then something very minor come along and give up, quit. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? You let that do it to you? Come on, you can't make it that easy. You can't make it that easy. And you can't. You cannot make it that easy. You know, of course, you know my rule. No judging, and no telling nobody how to live their life. Don't roll like that. But I'm just saying, just figuratively speaking, though, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to see people do great. You want to see them succeed, you know what I'm saying, the same way we want for us to succeed. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting somebody else to succeed too. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Which brings me to another thing too. I am beyond worried about what anyone thinks when it comes down to, myself. And the reason that is I always have believed that, only person you should ever be trying to impress is you. But I learned, I want to emphasize learn that the only person you need to be trying to make proud of you is you. You know what I mean? And the thing is too, is that it's ironic because who on this earth has made mistakes in their life? Who on this earth have made multiple mistakes in their life? So how can someone else judge you? You know what I mean? It's almost comical. It really is, man. The fact that someone would even attempt to try to judge another is almost comical. But I get it. I do get it, man. Sometimes we compare our lives to others' lives, or sometimes we, feel some type of way about somebody's message or personal message or whatever the situation may be. Again, not even our lane, but again, hey, you got it. No judgment. Do you? But, I don't worry about that no more, man. And I don't think I ever worried about it, but there have been times, if I'm being really, really honest, especially since I've had the show, is that, I do try to be careful on what I say sometimes. I try to, sometimes. There have been times I've been really, really careful, man, not to, cross any lines I've drawn. You know what I mean? And I just got to a point, man, I realized, first of all, yes, it's a show, and I'm talking about the Nobody Show right now, but yeah, it is designed for, everybody, you know what I mean? But I had to be honest with myself and say, I maybe want to stick to that platform, but the reality is ain't number one voice on here. And I need to be myself. It doesn't matter. We start losing listeners, gaining listeners. It doesn't matter. It's a reason 13 countries are listening to that show. You know what I mean? So it's nothing for me to even say. Incidentally, I'm going to leave a link on this video as I do all of them. But that aside, getting back to right here and what we're talking about here right now. Yeah, man, I just got to a point, man, where I'm not worrying about what somebody else think, man. I really am not. Somebody want to give me the opinion or whatever, I take it all constructively, you know what I mean? Good looking out. I will say that most of the times and most of the things that I hear from, other human beings like myself, it's really great. It's really, really just, man, on top of the hill type stuff, you know what I mean? Stuff you want to hear. On your worst day, this is, oh man, okay, okay, I'm feeling that, right, and but yeah, man, so it's just this thing, man. I look back on those videos, man, and I was, again, that's why, see, I make them to chart where I am in life, and I followed the breadcrumbs. I did. And I seen why I was broken. And I seen, how it was affecting me. You know what I mean? And I had never been emotional in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, man, my dad is my hero. You know what I'm saying? And yet, it don't make me know nothing good or bad. Just that I was hurt. Oh, man, I still feel it. But, was I all emotional? No. And that just kind of, who I had became, throughout ever since I was a kid. I just don't get emotional. And the fact that I seen me getting emotional told me that now, that emotional side of me had been tapped in, and I didn't know how to control it. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden I'm feeling some type of way, you know what I mean? And, and being at that time, being broken, you know what I mean? It was like, it just came out. And I was charting. That's why I'm telling you, that's why I make these videos, man, to chart where I am in life. And it's the same thing on the Nobody Show, man. You know, it's reference points to learn, you know, certain things and go back and listen and learn. You know, oh, man, okay, it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson because I don't know what I've said until it's over. And even then, I don't go back. I got a next one to prepare for. I don't, you know, whatever it may be, I don't know what it's going to be. But there are times I get back, get a minute, man, and I'll sit back and go and listen. I'm like, oh, okay, that's some good info. I'm going to remember that. I might start writing some stuff down. I'm like, oh, okay, that's some good info right there. Good looking out on that, you know what I mean? Because I do feel like it's just spiritual information, you know, even though the stories, man, is being told, man, I love those, entertaining, man, you know, tell some real life stuff, man, or, you know, just making some, you know, chopping it up on some points or whatnot. But, yeah, man, just gotten to that point where, you know, just about to trying to live my best life, man. And that's how, I don't know how the wife thing came, but then again, I do. You know, it just got to a point for me where, you know, I don't have no time to be just wasting. I really don't. You know, I feel like, you know, you know, once I snapped out of everything and got back to my real self, you know, it took time. It took time. Even after I snapped back, it took time. Again, I charted those videos. I charted them, man. And even then, it took time for me to become Superman again. And it's like, okay, well, you know, the thing is that I just realized, man, that you know, a man need a woman, man. My dad understood that. He really did. My dad, man, I really understood what he was doing, but I don't know why. Even as a kid, man, my dad always had a woman. Always, man. You know, even in his world, you know what I mean? And, you know, being that son of a kingpin, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, he always had a woman, man. And, you know, you never know. You come in the living room, man, in the kitchen, babe, if somebody different than okay. What happened to the point being for him, though, and what he was not no playboy thing, no. Whoever he was with, he's with. You know what I mean? It just said maybe sometimes, you know, things might have, you know, expired or just things just ran its course or whatever. But one thing about it, he didn't waste no time with no replacement. He kept the woman with him. And the lesson I was learning was that, you know, having the same DNA, what he was teaching me is that, man, a man need a woman. And if, whether men need a woman or not, we need a woman. You know what I'm saying? Our family, guys in our family need a woman. Otherwise, we are going to be lost. And it didn't matter how much money he had, man. It didn't matter how far ahead he was. It didn't matter. He always, man, kept a woman, man. And that was the thing. That was, to be honest with you, I feel like that was my biggest mistake. Yes, I'm a man just like other men, and we've all had, you know, countless women come through our lives, you know what I mean? But you look at where I'm at today, though. You see what I'm saying? And that's because, man, I did not learn commitment, you know what I mean? I always been loyal. Never fooled around, none of that, man. I always been a one-woman man, you know? But, you know, my life has been a revolving door. It's been a revolving door, man. And, you know, and then the ones that had potential to be steady, I don't know, man. You know, it was either somebody hanging around, you know, trying to get out or two or what. It was always some crazy, man, you know, or, you know, I don't know, man, for whatever reason, things went the way it did. Don't get me wrong. I've had, you know, I would say 3 or 4 real relationships in my life, you know, and I've had, you know, 2 or 3 real strong, friendly lover type relationships, which mean we still down to this day, you know what I mean? But when you're talking about, hey, you know, just one-on-one, I'm your man, you my woman type thing, I hadn't got that down pat, man. You know, it's hard, man, when they'll pulling on you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, okay, I ain't doing nothing, just leave me alone. I get that way. I used to get that way, man. I get that way, man, and just go straight nothing. Nothing. For long periods of time, most of my life, I would do that. I just get to that point, don't get me wrong, when I'm out the gate, I'm out the gate. You know what I'm saying? I'm out the gate. But the thing is, I always find a way to go back into my cave. I start getting overwhelmed, man, and but now I see, I've learned a lot now. I see it all now. I see why I made my mistakes. And I should have followed my dad's path, man. And just, it's not always about, having to be committed and worrying about, even marriage or all this different thing. Don't get me wrong. That's where I'm at now. But, it was about just committing right now. Even right now, just be committed. And I was committed, but I wasn't committed. You know what I mean? Again, you got to understand, I had no emotions, man. You know what I mean? I could always leave. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing to me. I wasn't going to hurt nobody's feelings. That I would not do, ever. I did, I just didn't know it. And that's why you see me have that video where I pulled down since about apologizing. But other than that, man, no, man. I just didn't recognize or understand. So I get it now. So I'm ready, man. I'm so ready, man. And I already know how I am as far as what I have to give, you know what I mean? I really believe I'm not going to say something that's not real. I knew what I had to give. I just didn't know how to give it. Now I know. So a lot of hard lessons been learned, man. A lot of hard lessons, man. But the ultimate lesson, man, is obviously don't ever quit. Keep on believing, man. And I always know, man, God may not come through right there to there. Keep in mind, he's a jokester, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna wait to right when you say, oh, that's it, I'm done. No, dude, you ain't done. Here you go. Come on. He gonna come right on through, man. So just, even if it's last minute, man, just knowing he's gonna come through, man, you always have to prepare yourself for the good things in life. That's another lesson, too, that I've learned, man. You gotta prepare yourself for the good things in life as opposed to always be expecting the bad. If you want bad, turn on the news any time of the day. Right now, go turn on the news. I guarantee you're gonna see some bad stuff on there. So, man, okay. Prayers. Sorry. Very disappointing. Once again. Sad. And it is. So, I have to turn it off sometime, man. Get away from it for a minute. Get your mind a break from it, And keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving, That's the main thing. So, anyway, man, this your boy, The MILF, man. Long video, right? Long video, man. That's because I don't know when I'm going to make another one. I don't know when, when it's going to inspire me, move me to make another one. I am going to make sure, though, that queen to be, I got something. I'm excited about it, man. Now, I want to add to the repertoire, you know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm steady working on this kingdom, man. I'm not waiting on you to get here, but I'm ready for you to get here. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. All right, man, I'm hollering at you guys, man. Y'all stay up, man. Stay blessed, man, always on the real.